Hello bookworms! So today I'm gonna do actually my book haul of the month. I usually do my wrap up and book haul at the same time, but actually in the month of November I read a bunch. So I think I'm gonna divide it for this month. I think it'll be better, and also I did buy a lot of books. So just for time's sake and like the length of the videos, I'll do a separate one for this month. So today is my book haul that I'm doing. I'm gonna be filming my wrap up another day. But yes, you'll excuse the face. I didn't want to put makeup because I want my skin to breathe and have a chill day while I'm working from home. So yes, it is what it is. This is life. So I did talk about these though, these 6 books in my Salon du Livre video. So I'm not gonna repeat it. I can show them to you really quickly in case you haven't seen it, because that one I did do the video in French, so maybe it just didn't speak to you. I got Perdre le Sud by Musica. Losing the South. I don't. As far as I know, these have not been translated except one that I'm pretty sure was. So we have Les filles sont à leur mère by Martine Patagnan. And then this one, Nitisanak by Jas Morgan. I'm pretty sure this one is in English, so if you wanna check it out. It's an indigenous author, so yes, I'm super happy I have it. Then I have Braver l'interdit, Histoire féministe de l'avortement du Québec by Marie-Laurence Raby. So this is like a non-fiction on abortion law in Quebec. You know, I live here, so I kind of want to know more about it. I'm always curious to, you know, keep learning about like my rights and the possibilities of sometimes people denying that right. It's not the case now. It was the case when they did the elections for federal, so that was crazy. Then I have Je ne suis pas là où vous croyez by Evelyne Marcille Denon, which this one I don't think it was translated. It's so pretty, but yes, I don't think this one is translated yet. Maybe would be. And then the one English book I got was Native Immigrant, A Personal Journey into Our Home and Native Land by Carolina Echeverria. And actually she's a Chilean author. I think she wasn't born here. She immigrated here very young with her parents. So yes, I'm really excited for this one. And again, the covers are just gorgeous. So yes, those are the books that I bought for the Salon du Livre. So that you've seen in the other video. If you have, it's in French again, so maybe you haven't. I don't know if it's worth repeating what they're about. Nah, you'll be fine. So yes, I'm gonna talk about the other books that I got this month, which are these books that I also bought. Some were from a library book sale, like used book sale, and the other one I got from credits from a used book sale I go to where I left some books. So yes, these were actually, I think all of it together was like $6, which thank God, because the other one, considering all the other ones that I bought at Salon du Livre, which was a bunch and they're all fully priced, it was a budget. It was a budget, honestly, but it's fine. It's once a year, I do it, I love it. So anyways, yes, the first one that I got was Emma by Jane Austen. I really like these editions. I used to have the very old school Arctic, I think it was called, editions they sold at Indigo. I hated that edition. I actually gave them away. I didn't keep them. I don't think I kept them. Or if I did, maybe 1 or 2. But I hated it. The way it was edited, like this is cute. Like this is small and chunky, and like the cover is beautiful, and I think I'm gonna maybe start collecting these editions. I apologize for that, but yes, I think I'm gonna, it's the vintage classics. Yes, I think I'm gonna start getting maybe the vintage classics because they're really cute. I mean, there's other editions that I could get. Like I'm not necessarily like wanting one edition for my classics or my Jane Austen, but the other one was just so bad. It was like, I don't know how to explain it, but there was no margins, and it was written so small, and the papers were so thin, and it was so hard to like open up. Like even this one is like not super flexible, but it's fine. But like no, the other one was way worse, and the quality of it, like I understand that they were really cheap at Indigo, and they still are. I think they still sell them. They still are a good option if you want a new, although their classics are so easy to find in used bookstores. Not all of them, of course, but I feel like I find a lot of them in like library sales or used bookstores, so maybe check those out first. But like, yeah, those editions did not do it for me. And I think I did have Emma in that edition, but I was never gonna read it, like not in that edition. So I got it in this one because I really want to read it. It's like, I mean, I haven't read a lot of Jane Austen. I think I've only read 2. So yes, I want to make my way through all her, you know, books. The next one I got is Rotters by Danielle Cross, and this is just a nostalgia book. That one I found at the used bookstore, and I had to get it because it's so nostalgic, and I think my friend is gonna be so happy about it because we read it when I don't even know when, but like years ago, super long ago, and we both loved it so much. And I feel like it's the kind of book, like I might reread it. Honestly, I might reread it. Like, this is one of the reasons I kept it. I bought it because I'm like, yes, I liked it and it's nostalgic, and I like having this piece of memory of like me loving this book so much and sharing it with my friend and like us gushing over it. But I'm like, I think it aged well. Like, I feel like I could reread it nowadays and enjoy it just as much. So yes, this is like, by the way, this is horror, and you follow, I want to say he's a teenager, yeah, 16-year-old. You follow this teenager, oh my god, I barely remember their story, but there's graves involved, and it gets a little emotional. I mean, it gets emotional the more you go through the story, and it was just chef's kiss. I have no idea if you can hear that. Anyways, so yes, I had to have it. So I picked it up, and then I was on a horror kick in the same trip that I did to the bookstore, and I got Summer Sons by Lee Mandello, which I don't remember a lot about it. I want to say it's in the Appalachian. But yes, I am really intrigued. I've heard only good reviews about it. So yes, for my horror moods, I wanted to add this to my TBR. And it's not like a big book, but I feel like it's the kind of book that I would like to read physically, so there you go. And then the other 2 books that I got at the library book sale was The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa, which again, I've heard mixed reviews. I feel like at the beginning people were really loving it, and then the more it got mainstream, the more people were having mixed feelings. So I want to have my own opinion of it. I'm kind of curious about, like, the premise is really interesting. If you haven't heard about it, let me give you the premise. They're in this island where people forget things and cannot recall them, and there's this memory police that makes sure that people keep forgetting them, because there are a few that can still remember those things. So here they talk about like the little things like hats and birds and roses, but I feel like it really takes on of a bigger scale. So yes, I want to see like this kind of idea of them making sure that people forget, but then what do we do about the past, the history, the memories, you know, like how does a person live without all of that, without all of that background? So I don't know, I feel like it's an interesting premise. I'm curious about it. And then the last one that I got is Trespasses by Louise Kennedy, which I love reading from Irish authors. Like, it's a very specific, not genre, but like they have such a specific voice that I really enjoy. And I haven't read that many, but I have read a few that I really enjoyed. So yes, I remember trying to start it, I think maybe a couple of years ago. At some point it was nominated for an award, and I tried reading it, but it was through audiobook and it didn't click with the narrator. So I was like, maybe audiobook is not the way to go. So I'm thinking maybe physically is the way to go for this one. But again, this was like $2, so I think it was worth it. And if I like it, then I'll just, you know, add to my collection of Irish authors that I like. But yes, like I feel like this kind of is kind of an image of my current, you know, what I want-ish, my current bookshelves to look like. So we have some classics, which a must for me anyways, some horror, because for some reason the past 2 years I'm really into horror, and then we have translated work because I really like that, and then some Irish authors, so just overseas. I feel like American authors are really taking most of people's bookshelves, so it's really good. You should look to new horizons, you know, new continents. You could even go as far as to go like to you can say the same continent, but you can go south, you know, like some, you know, Latino authors. Yes. And then, you know, some more like feminist lit, and then indigenous author. This is because I really like the mother-daughter dynamics, for very obvious reasons. And yes, I think they're so interesting. I do have, honestly, I could make, I think, a shelf of books that I have about those kind of dynamics, and not just like mother-daughter, but sometimes like sisters or sister and brother. I do have a lot more sister like books about sisters, and I think it's because I don't have one that I'm very interested in the dynamic. So yes, there's that, and then some nonfiction, because you gotta learn. This is about colonialism. This is about, sorry, I'm trying to like translate at the same time, is anti-capitalist. So those are all the words that I like. So yes, this is basically, I feel like I'm still, even though I bought a lot of books this month, I still am keeping with the idea that I want my shelf to reflect more my current taste, or at least a taste that I've had now for like the last couple of years, if not more. So I feel like I'm slowly getting there. Like, yes, I got rid of a lot of books during my on-haul that I didn't end up filming or posting or whatever, but I did get rid of a lot of books, like over 100 books, which I know sounds a lot, but I have a lot of books. Like, I still think with the over 100 books that I got rid of, and even without counting the ones that I bought so far in the last few months, I'm still at over 1,000 books that I own. So, you know, those are the numbers. But I feel like by getting rid of those a couple of 100 books, I am giving more space to the books that I'm really interested in. There's also a chunk of books that I'm keeping of like, I want to keep it because I want to give it a try and see if I like it, because it kind of sounds interesting, but I'm not sure. And there's other ones that I'm keeping purely out of nostalgia because I love them, which I think is fine. I think it's okay to like keep a book because you like them. And even though it was like an 18-year-old me that loved them, yes, I probably wouldn't like it now if I were to reread it. But I don't know, I feel like there's this, I'm too nostalgic of a person, so I'm like, I kind of want to keep this and the memory. I mean, the Rotters is the perfect example of it. Like, there's so many memories connected to it that I kind of want to keep it like that. But anyways, that's my book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really quick and easy. I mean, half of them I didn't really talk to you guys about. It's just because they're in French, so I feel like if you guys can get your hands on it, it's kind of like not boring, but like, you know, like I'm pretty sure these are not translated, so it's not even like you can get your hands on them. So yeah, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this book haul anyways, and I'm happy to be putting these back in the shelf. I was about to when I decided that like, no, you should probably film before you put them back in your shelf because I need to rearrange them too. And at some point I actually need to organize it, because now they're again still not organized. They're just placed away because, or else I'd be just like, I'll just be invaded by books everywhere in every surface, which is already the case by the way. But like even more so. And to avoid that, I just need to put them on the shelves, which is what's happening. But eventually when I'll finally have all my books, because I still don't have all my books, I really want to do like a bookshelf tour, just so you, because I'm kind of excited to rearrange them. I think I'm gonna go by genre. And then I don't know if I do read and unread in those shelves, or if I just go by author's last name, because I do like the visual chaos yet organized way that it looks, right? Because they all be like mismatched and like all the sizes would be different, and I don't know. But knowing that it's by author's last name, it is organized. It just doesn't look like it. And that's me actually in a nutshell now that I think about it. That's the kind of thing I like. So it would be by genre and like that. That's the idea. I don't like the idea of separating read and unread, mostly because it would make me feel bad because most of my books are unread. I don't do like TBRs videos and stuff like that, or like lowering my TBR, because truly that will never be my point. Like, my point is not to lower my TBR. I do prefer the idea of curating my TBR, but like lowering for what? Like, who am I hurting truly? It's not bothering me, it shouldn't bother anyone. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one for my book wrap up. Bye.
Una casa por la playa, ya la coticé. El precio de ayer no es el de hoy. No necesitas GPS para saber pa' dónde voy. Yo tengo lo mío, yeah. No estoy pendiente a lo que tú estás haciendo.